Hey guys, welcome back to Awesome Wrestling. I'm Frankie.
I'm Chris.
And we are
Awesome Wrestling.
And today, this is not a podcast episode, but today we will be giving you our predictions for Survivor Series War Games 2024. And that is later today because it is the morning of Survivor Series, or of the day of Survivor Series War Games. And so we're going to be watching it tonight. And
ordering Pizza Hut.
Yeah, we're getting Pizza Hut too.
Yeah. Big night.
Yeah, it'll be a fun night. And this show is looking out to be really, really good. I'm really excited to watch it. And today we will be giving you our thoughts and predictions on every single match. And guys, this isn't like a new mix-up thing. We're still doing how we did our predictions, like how we used to do it.
Except you see our faces this time.
It's not just us showing you the matches on like 2K Universe mode and stuff. It's the same thing, basically just a continuation of that.
Yep.
And just that we're here, just talking about it generally to you. So yeah, so that's basically it. And we're going to start off first with talking about the first match. I don't know if it's going to be the first match of the night.
Usually is.
Yeah, this match is usually the first match of the night. It is the Women's War Games match, which it will be Team Rhea. I think she's team captain. I don't really know. I don't think they have a team captain. But it will be Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and the new addition, Bayley, who got announced last night on SmackDown because
Jade got taken out and they needed a replacement.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it makes sense because she's been feuding with some of the other people who are on the other team, the heel team, which are... It's
Liv Morgan, Raquel, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice.
Yeah, Candice LeRae. So, so this is basically, this story has been building up since, I guess SummerSlam, because that's when...
Yeah.
Or, really, because that's when Nia fought Bayley and when Rhea fought Liv. So, the two main people on each team.
Yeah.
The two main people.
I also will add, obviously, because you went, but Bayley fought Io Sky at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And now...
and they're used to be in Damage Control.
Yep.
So, I think there's going to be a lot of controversy there. And especially with Bianca and Bayley.
Yep.
They were feuding forever. And I feel like Rhea... on that team, I feel like that's just, interesting because, with the other people, she really hasn't, crossed paths with a lot of them. She hasn't crossed paths with Bayley, Bianca. Has she crossed paths with Io? I think she has. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know in NXT they crossed
Yeah.
back in the day.
So, and... I think once they did. And then, who's the other person? Naomi. So, she doesn't really have any experience with anybody else in that match.
No.
So, that's pretty interesting. And, so this match is, like we said, they've been building up to it for a while. They've been secretly building up to it.
Yeah.
Because, people weren't really thinking about, this kind of match.
Well, no, I think the Bloodline War Games match kind of, took over the entire show every week. And it's I know at one point when I said to Frank, it was there's a women's war game match too they got to go to. Everybody was talking about who was going to be with, Roman and, the Bloodline, and then who Solo was going to pick. Yeah. And then it's just oh yeah. They
just started building up to it last week.
Yeah.
Because that's why. They weren't building up to it, but they were secretly building up to it, and we just didn't really think about it.
I kind of wonder if Charlotte Flair was supposed to be one of the members of the face team.
Maybe.
And, they just decided, at the last second to hold off.
Yeah, but they have been. I like how it's a Raw and SmackDown storyline where the two top
everything.
heels,
it's it's a WWE storyline, which I like. It's not just catered to one brand.
Mm-hmm. The two top heels on Raw and SmackDown being Liv Morgan and Nia Jax.
Yeah, or teaming up.
And the two top baby.
Kind of doesn't make. I mean, it makes sense because they're heels, but Liv just beat Nia 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. But, they're just heels, It always happens.
Yeah.
They always have a match, and then heels, they get over it.
Also,
basically.
Another interesting story going into this is, throughout all this, Tiffany still has Money in the Bank.
Yes, I was just about to talk about that. Yep. So, let's first give our predictions on who's going to win. Who do you think's going to win? I'll let you go first.
This is tough for
me. I know.
Me.
This is a tough
I think the faces win. I still think Charlotte Flair comes back somehow.
Really?
I think that Naomi or Bianca gets taken out.
Oh, they do a not necessarily the same thing, but at Bash at the Beach 96.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I could see Bianca getting taken out. Like, they'll say, like, earlier today, Bianca Belair was attacked backstage.
Or I feel like somebody that they can afford to lose is Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi.
Because you got so much star power on there.
Yeah,
and
you
Naomi.
need to keep Io Sky in the match so she can do
my God.
moonsault with
I cannot wait.
the trash can over her head.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I can see Bianca getting taken out the same way Jade did. And then Charlotte makes, like, a surprise return.
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like, I know last year the big surprise return was Punk.
Oh,
and the year before that wasn't at Survivor Series, it was at Extreme Rules. But it's in the same time period where Triple H likes to start building towards WrestleMania.
But I have that saved for something else later in the night.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think they'll do a return there. So what's your final prediction?
Faces win. I think Rhea gets the pin over whoever. Maybe Candice.
Yeah, so I also have the faces winning. I feel like, but also think about this. Now, I think there's a solution technically, but I don't really know. Think about it. The two women's champions are on the heel team.
Yeah.
And if they both lose, then it's making the champions look bad.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why Raquel and Candice are in the match.
Yeah.
So one of them eats the pin. Candice is another one. She's going to do some crazy stuff. Oh, she's going to be
insane. And a lot of people don't like Candice LeRae. And my God, she is an amazing wrestler. I know we talked about it on the podcast, I think on the first episode.
Yeah, we did.
She is amazing. Like, we talked about like her when she fought Bayley and B-Fab.
Yeah.
She carried that match.
Yeah.
She is an amazing wrestler. And if you don't believe in that, trust me, by tonight, you will believe it. Because
or just look up old pro wrestling gorilla matches.
And NXT
from like
matches.
2015, 2016.
Yeah.
She used to throw down.
Yeah. She fought Johnny, too.
She fought everybody.
Yeah.
She fought Kevin Owens. She fought Adam Cole. You name it, she fought him.
Yeah. She is an amazing wrestler. I cannot wait to see what she does. But, yeah, I feel like War Games matches are all about the two spot monkeys.
Yeah.
And I feel like Io Sky and Candice for each prospective team.
And Tiffany's pretty spotty, too. Like,
yeah, Tiffany, yeah.
I don't know. Every time you think of
PME off the top.
I say every time you think of War Games, you think of somebody doing some crazy move off the top. I guess that was started with NXT.
Yeah.
When Ricochet did the 630.
Oh yeah.
Ciampa did the
white noise.
Yeah, white noise
off the top to Adam Cole for the table.
Yeah. So every year there's that one spot. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So
last year was JD and Randy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we both got the face teams. But let's think about it. We just talked about it. We got Miss Money in the Bank in the match, too.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton is in that match. And you got the two women's world champions also.
On her team.
On her team. Yeah. I could see a cash-in happening.
I could see it, too.
Because Survivor Series, that's where all the big stuff happens, like you said last year. Like with Punk and all that stuff. I could see it happening because she's held it for a decent amount of time, the briefcase. And I think that they'll want to rocket boost that and start it off there so that they can lead it up into WrestleMania.
Triple H is a smart booker. He keeps us on our toes. It's not predictable. Yeah. So that's why predictions are a lot harder now.
Yeah.
Than they used to. When we used to do these videos like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we would always get 100%.
Yeah, but
once Triple H took over.
Yeah. Like I said, Tiffany I think is gonna cash in on Nia Jax.
That'd be cool.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna do it in some cool way.
Trips will figure out a way to pull it off.
It doesn't count as like a point. If we want to, we can count it as like a bonus point.
Yeah.
But we both say that the face team will win the Women's War Games match. Alright, and now we're moving on to the second match that we'll be talking about. It is the United States Championship. It'll be LA Knight, defending his United States Championship against the new persona Shinsuke Nakamura. And so this match is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
And and last night Shinsuke came out with a new theme.
And he sprayed black mist in LA Knight's eyes after he beat Andrade.
Yeah, like Asuka does.
Yeah.
So I like this new persona of Shinsuke. We saw it last night when he fought Andrade.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he's gonna be really cool. But I there's one thing that I've learned. I'll go first, by the way. when Shinsuke Nakamura gets a new persona and everything, and you start to like him, and you start to cheer for him, they build him up like crazy, and then the title match comes, and he gets buried.
Yep.
And I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen. Remember what happened last year with...
Cody.
With Seth.
Oh, yeah.
When he fought Seth for the world title.
Yeah, totally forgot about that. That was in September of last year.
Yeah, they fought at Payback. That match sucked. And then they fought at Fastlane, which that match was really good.
That was the last man standing match.
Yeah, that was a really good match. But still, they always bury him every single time.
They do.
2018, remember when he turned heel on AJ? That he had the title match.
You go back to 2017, everybody thought he was going to beat Jinder at SummerSlam.
It always happens. And, man, Chris, every single person on this planet, on God's green earth, would want Shinsuke Nakamura to win. But there's no shot he is winning this match.
No.
If he does, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But there is no shot it is happening. It happens every single time. And no, don't say, oh, well, Triple H is booking now. No, he did the same thing last year.
He did.
Shinsuke hasn't been around since January.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, maybe this is his new fresh start.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna win. I mean, if they have a rematch, maybe he would win. But there's no shot he's winning.
So who you got?
LA Knight, yeah. And I feel like he's had a pretty good reign so far.
Yeah,
he's had a very decent United States Championship reign.
It has
and
been.
I don't think Triple H is going to end it yet because, he loves his long title reigns.
Yeah, long reigns.
Yeah. But I just want to take a side note. I think LA Knight's reign has been an amazing step up from, Logan Paul's reign because he had 2 defenses against the 2 people, like Kevin Owens. He was in both the matches.
Yeah.
And, so I think it's a great step up, showing that, all right, we're going to actually
It's
have
the fighting title on SmackDown.
Yeah. It's
he defends it a lot.
Yeah. And I also, another reason why I don't think he will lose is because he just got the LA Knight prints on his
on the US
strap
title,
a couple weeks ago. So, I got LA Knight, to retain his US title.
Oh, after all that you just said, I'm banking on a fresh start. I think Shinsuke takes the title from him.
Really?
I do. It's something different.
Yeah.
I agree LA Knight's reign has been fun.
Yeah, it's been
But he's the kind of guy that could literally lose every night, and then the minute his music hits, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's LA Knight."
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, I'm going with Shinsuke.
And
it's the first toss-up of the night.
So that's the first toss-up, and so we agreed on the last one, but the first toss-up is with the Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight match. I got LA Knight. He's got Shinsuke. Alright guys, the next match that we'll be talking about is the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match between Braun Breaker, Ludwig Kaiser, and Sheamus. And this match, I did not think that they would put on the card.
I called it. I called it on here. I said it'd be great to have a triple threat at Survivor Series. Here we are.
And
I know Triple H, you're watching.
Yeah.
Sign us.
Yes. Book it. Rebook it. I did not expect this to be on the card because they never put mid-card titles on the card. But they put both mid-card title matches on the card, which is insane.
It's a shake-up.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at all.
I love it. So, the Intercontinental Championship match, and they've built up to this very well, I feel, because they built up to it for the past couple of weeks. Since Braun won the title back, he had that banger match with Sheamus last week, and we talked about it on the podcast too. It was an absolute banger. Then Ludwig Kaiser came out and he ruined the whole match. Yeah. And then after
he's been killing it for a while now.
Yeah. Ludwig Kaiser, very underrated.
He's like the workhorse of Raw. If you really watch Raw on a weekly basis, basically every week or every other week, you're like, wow, Kaiser's really, really good.
He is. He's very underrated, and he's jacked.
Yeah.
He is shredded.
Yeah, he's a solid worker, and he's basically carrying the first hour of Raw. Yeah. In the past, I don't know, I'd say, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, he's a great mic worker.
Yeah.
And he's just got so much charisma. And he's got the look, like how they say, he's got the look.
Yeah, he does.
So Ludwig Kaiser, I feel like this is his breakout where he's really becoming a singles guy. I mean, he's getting a shot for the Intercontinental title.
That's probably his first singles match on a pay-per-view.
Well, technically this isn't a singles match, but
his first on his own.
Yeah, this is his first on his own match. Because
where's Giovanni?
Giovanni Vinci.
He's in catering.
Yeah, we talked about him on the podcast.
He's talking to Carmelo Hayes.
He's hanging with Melo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ludwig Kaiser, and then a week, I think it was this week. Yeah. This week he came out, or no, it was what was the match? I forget what the match was. Was it Breaker versus Ludwig? No, it was Breaker versus Ludwig. And then Sheamus came out, like how Ludwig interrupted their match.
Yeah, you're right, yep.
And then they fought, and they brawling, and then they went to the entrance stage, and then Adam Pearce, he did his infamous, hold on, and he said, you two, or you three, in a triple threat match for the IC title at Survivor Series. He said it in a very Vince McMahon-like voice. And, so that's the match at Survivor Series, like we said. I'm gonna go first. My prediction, I think Braun Breaker is winning. But, I think eventually, hopefully at WrestleMania, I feel like it would be really cool if they did title versus career, with Sheamus versus Braun Breaker.
The only title he hasn't held yet.
I feel like this is a great story, because I feel like it's a WrestleMania-worthy story.
It is.
Especially. And I feel like it would be cool if, like, Sheamus is in the Rumble and Braun Breaker, like, eliminates him.
Yeah, kind of like Shawn Michaels in 2010 with Undertaker type deal.
And, so I feel like a career versus title would be really cool at WrestleMania if Sheamus finally wins that IC title. I think they could really build that storyline really good. And so, Ludwig, unfortunately, I think Ludwig's going to take the pin.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, Sheamus probably wouldn't care if he took the pin.
I really think that it would enhance the storyline more if Sheamus took the pin. Because then he'd be like, okay, I need to stop being this loser. I need to step up my game.
I agree.
So, actually, I think Sheamus takes the pin. So I got Braun Breaker retaining. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I was about to pick Sheamus until you pumped that cool storyline out into the universe. I really like it. And Braun, he held the title for what? Not too terribly long.
No, his first reign. He held
like
it
a
from
month.
SummerSlam to like the end of September.
Yeah.
So like the end of August to the end of September.
So really wasn't too long, and now this is his second reign.
And he only had one defense against Sammy.
And now this reign, it's kind of the same. If you didn't watch Raw for a month, you would have never known that Jey Uso was Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
No yeet.
No yeet.
So, I like Braun Breaker. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Him and Jacob fought, too, on each brand. I can't go against my man Braun, so he takes it. I could see Sheamus taking the pin, but I think it's going to be Kaiser.
I think.
But this is my dark horse match of the night.
Yeah,
I think they're going to just tear it down.
They are going to. I mean, obviously it's not going to be the best match of the night because we got War Games. Yeah. And in my opinion, I know
I mean, like, out of the matches.
Oh, yeah. Out of the non-War Games matches, this is going to steal the show. Because I feel like LA Knight versus Shinsuke is going to be a little bit boring because LA Knight matches.
It will. They'll probably put it on second.
Boring. Yeah. I feel like they'll do it in the order that we're doing it.
Yeah.
Because, so... we both got Braun Breaker.
We do.
And we both, or you said he's going to pin Ludwig. I think he's going to pin Sheamus. So, so that is the Intercontinental Championship match predictions. Alright, guys, and we have 2 more matches left. The last of the non-War Games matches, we have Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship against
Damian Priest.
Yes, and this is
the Archer of Infamy.
Archer of Infamy.
I know it's not his name anymore, but I love that gimmick.
Yes, and like 2021 when he had the U.S. title.
Yep.
But so I think so this is a rematch, obviously from SummerSlam because Damian Priest really didn't get a fair shot.
Finn cost him, and then they started the Terror Twins.
Oh my God, yeah.
For the fall.
Yeah.
And
Damien hasn't done anything since he lost.
Yeah, I don't know. Who didn't they fight at one of the shows? Him and Rhea fought.
Him and
Dom and.
Yeah, that was at Bash in Berlin.
Yeah.
And then at Bad Blood, he fought Finn. Wait, was that the last pay-per-view?
Crown Jewel.
Oh, Crown Jewel. I was gonna say that was a while ago.
I know. It's the last pay-per-view stateside.
Yeah. Yeah, but this isn't stateside. This is in Canada.
Close enough. Yeah. Not on the other side of the world.
Mm-hmm. So, you can go first this time since I went first the last 2 times.
Gunther wins. I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
There's really no reason to put the title back on Priest.
Yeah,
he had a good reign.
Yeah, he had a really good reign.
I think he
very underrated.
I think a lot of people didn't like it, but I really liked his reign.
I loved it.
I think Gunther he's been pissed off the last few weeks, you would say.
I was going to talk about that.
I think he takes his frustration out on Damian.
Mm-hmm.
And I could still see Finn coming out.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe they'll enhance that storyline.
I really think the end goal here is Damian and Finn at WrestleMania.
Demon Finn, I feel.
Demon Finn versus Damian. Yeah, that would be cool. But, yeah, so not much really to say about this match other than, Damian, like you said, Damian didn't get a fair shot, and now he is.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther's mad. He didn't get the win at Crown Jewel, and he's, I don't know, is he kind of broken away from Kaiser a little bit?
Well, yeah, we talked about it on the podcast. He said that he was kind of done with Kaiser.
So
he said, I don't really need your help anymore. You can go be you.
Gunther's out on his own, and he needs to prove that, he's the guy still. Yeah. So I got Gunther winning. I think this will be as good of a match as it was at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And really I don't know. Maybe I hope Finn doesn't interfere because it would just be the same exact thing as SummerSlam.
So
the Gunther needs to win clean to get his heat back from Crown Jewel.
Yeah, so I'm also gonna go with Gunther, but I like to add this storyline. The build-up has been amazing on Raw.
It has been.
The whole storyline is that Damian has been cooking Gunther every single week, and that Gunther he just can't step it up. So I feel like Gunther needs to win. He just got put through a table with a razor's edge on Raw.
Yeah, that was a crazy spot.
Yeah,
too.
That was the first time I think that Gunther's been put through a table.
And sorry to cut you off, but I think this is one of those storylines where Damian cooks him on the mic every week, and then Gunther's just gonna absolutely obliterate him.
He can back it up in the ring.
I can't talk on the mic like you, but I just destroyed you in front of the whole world. So,
but
physically.
I also said this on the podcast. We said everything on the podcast.
Check out our other episodes.
Yeah, check out the 2 episodes. But yeah, I said this that I feel like Gunther he's gonna get closer to losing because he doesn't have Kaiser and he's way off his game.
Yeah.
Priest has thrown him way off his game. So I feel like he's gonna be. I feel like the beginning of the match, Damian's gonna come right out of the gate,
firing.
And then Gunther is gonna eventually win. I think not cheat, but I feel like he's gonna weasel his way into a win. But yeah, I feel like this match is gonna be pretty decent. And so we both got Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship match.
No toss up here.
All right, guys, we are now moving on to the last match on Survivor Series War Games 2024.
The main event.
Yes, if it's not the main event, then
I don't know what could actually be the main event if that isn't. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be LA Knight versus Shit's
I don't know. I don't think so.
Nah.
Yeah.
So the main event is the Bloodline, the OG Bloodline, which consists of Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk, with the wise man Paul Heyman versus the heel team
of Solo Sikoa, my man Jacob Fatu.
I love you, Solo.
Tama Tonga. His brother Tongaloa. And Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah, so, this match has been built up for months and months, obviously,
literally since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The night after, or whenever Solo started his run.
Or SmackDown after.
Was it? I didn't know if they were on Raw or not.
No, that was on SmackDown. That's literally when it started. And you want to know, just a little side note, WWE, they put out their WWE playlist videos on their channel.
Yeah.
And they said they make it start off at Bad Blood. I mean, it makes sense, but it really started when Solo, he got Tama Tonga in, and then he attacked Jimmy.
He beat up Jimmy.
Yeah.
Tama Tonga, then it was Tonga Loa at Backlash.
Yeah. So
and then Jacob.
That's really when it started.
So that was back in what, April, May?
April.
Yeah, late April, early May.
Yeah, just side note there. But yeah, so this match is, like we said, been building up since then. And then the actual build up for this match specifically has been very good, and keeping us on the edge of our seats, saying who's gonna be the 5th member.
Yeah, I know.
We all thought at first it was gonna be Cody and Kevin, because they were leading up to Cody teaming up with the Bloodline at Bad Blood and all that. So and then we thought it was gonna be Rock too. And
I still think Rock's gonna be involved somehow.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Because he just came out of Bad Blood and said hi to everybody and
2,
hasn't been seen yet.
3, 4.
Yeah.
That's it. And then he said, I feel like getting a cheap pop tonight.
Yeah, that's basically what
Hey,
it
Hunter,
was.
can I come and get a cheap pop?
Yeah, hey, I'm in the area. I'm in the area.
Yeah.
Let me stop by and say hi.
You were just yapping about other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like keeping us on the edge of our seats, thinking who's gonna be the 5th member, like the reunition, is that even a word? The Usos reuniting, Sami Zayn reuniting with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
And then Bronson Reed adding Bronson Reed to the Bloodline, the new Bloodline.
Which I think he literally fits in perfectly. Like you couldn't ask for.
Yeah.
He's got the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
He's huge.
Yeah.
Well, he's big.
Mm-hmm.
Bronson Reed.
He's big.
And
he's got the look.
He's from New Zealand, I believe, or is it Australia?
No, he's from Australia.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else. But Australia is an island, so he's an islander technically. So
yeah, technically. So Bronson Reed being part of the Bloodline, I think is really cool. And then, like we said, CM Punk, I did not see that coming whatsoever.
At all. When Paul Heyman was out there on SmackDown and he went like that, I just was waiting for the "if you smell."
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Rock or Brock.
Oh my God, if Brock, that would be crazy.
That would be insane. But yeah,
I like CM Punk being added, and I don't know if you were gonna touch on this, but the SmackDown where Paul and Punk interacted.
Yeah.
Paul said, "Please take me with you."
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, and he did. So yeah.
Here he is.
Now we're gonna get to our predictions. This could be literally anybody because
I have no idea.
It really.
I still haven't thought of it yet.
I know, neither have I.
I'm still thinking.
I'm still thinking because if you really think about it, either team, if whichever team loses, they're not gonna look too bad.
Not at all.
Maybe the new Bloodline might look a little bit bad. But
how
really,
could they?
no, because
Solo just pinned Roman.
They've been racking up wins like crazy. So I really don't think they would get buried that much. And it really depends. I don't know. I really don't know.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
I think the OG Bloodline wins. They have to. Mm-hmm. Roman's been jobbing out a lot lately. Mm-hmm. And I know it's something he hasn't done in 5 years, but I don't know, having Punk on your team, plus, they're pushing main event Jey Uso. Well, they were until this storyline. And, I think Roman or one of them pins Tonga Loa. You figured it out.
Okay. I think, so who do you think OG Bloodline?
OG Bloodline, Roman has to stand tall because he needs to look strong for WrestleMania.
Yeah. I think New Bloodline wins. Now,
toss up.
Now, this is, I'm going to give you reasoning on this. Now, here's my reasoning. Now, there's a bunch of scenarios that could happen that could make my prediction true. Now, like we touched on, Roman's been losing a lot.
Yeah.
And I think they keep that going and going and going until WrestleMania.
Jeez.
Until he wins. Now, he can win on he can win on B shows or stuff.
Yeah.
But a big win.
So who do you think? Does he win the Rumble or what?
I really don't. I think he might win. I don't think he wins the Rumble. I think he gets to the final 2. I think I think it finally happens at WrestleMania 41 or something like that. I don't think they win yet. I think that there are many things that could happen. First thing, which I think would be really cool, they're about to win, but then there's a chair. So Roman is or maybe I don't know who he hits it on. I think Seth Rollins cost him.
Oh, wow.
Maybe he does something to Roman.
I forgot. He's a wild card because he's not on either team. He's got a feud with Big Bronson Reed. Mm-hmm. He hates CM Punk.
I think here's what could happen. I think Bronson could be in there. And say he's about to do I know you don't like this. Say he's about to do a splash off the top.
And Seth's music hits.
And then he just stands there.
And he stares there. Well, and I'm sure the entrance ramp's going to be from here to the other side of the town. Because they always got really long entrance ramps.
So.
And he'll just stand there and wait. And
he'll just get down.
And wait and say, what's this guy doing? And take himself down. Yeah.
Yeah, so then.
It's my pet peeve.
And then he comes down with the chair. He's staring at Bronson Reed. Then he hits CM Punk right in the head.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
that's gonna kick off they're fighting at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they're fighting at WrestleMania.
But what happens with Drew? I heard Drew's gonna possibly be there.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't think they continue the Punk storyline.
Yeah, that ran its course.
That's done. I mean, not that I'm saying like I wouldn't hate it.
No, I wouldn't hate it at all. Like,
but it's just that I feel like it's done.
Yeah, unless they go the triple threat route. But how do they get the title off Gunther?
They did a perfect ending though.
Yeah.
But,
they really did.
Yeah, so I think Seth could come in and cost, he can hit Punk right in the head, and then Roman, he's like slowly getting up, and he hits him in the back like he did.
He just takes everybody out.
2014.
Because he hates everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure him and Sammy fought at some point.
Well, yeah. Well, he did say he had no bad blood between Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy.
So he leaves those two alone and takes out Roman and Punk.
Yeah, so that's, I think that is the most likely to happen.
I like that.
Or Brock comes out.
Oh my God, that would be insane.
And
that would get like not a CM Punk level pop, but just because we haven't seen him in literally what?
We just saw him at Bad Blood.
No, Brock, I'm saying.
I said Rock.
Oh, I thought you said Brock.
No, I said Rock.
Brock Lesnar. I thought if Brock Lesnar came back,
no.
That would be insane.
I said Rock.
Oh, Rock. No, Rock won't. He'll still get a pop because he's the Rock.
I think maybe Rock helps him out, and then he reveals that he's the one behind everything. I feel like this would be the perfect place to do it.
They have to start their push, and especially with Raw going to Netflix in like little over a month. I guess I think it's beginning of January. Yeah.
So I would say that, but really I'm sticking with my Seth thing. I feel like that would be perfect.
And I'm sticking with mishearing Frankie and thinking Brock Lesnar's coming out tonight, which would be incredible.
That would be insane. But, I'll just throw it out there. Brock Lesnar. Where does he fit, though?
Oh, he's a Paul Heyman guy.
So, what does that have to do with the storyline?
Absolutely nothing, but Brock's back.
Yeah.
They could do... Nah, it wouldn't make sense. I'd say they could do what they did last year with Punk, like after the match is over.
Yeah, but what would you do
just hear Brock's music.
Hey, I'm all down for
Farmer Brock just at the entrance, just jumping up and down like he does. Like,
now imagine he comes down, he's got the boombox.
Yeah.
He's got boombox.
No.
Rock.
All right, so I misheard Frankie and then went on my own little booking spree with Brock Lesnar coming out. Wouldn't make sense, but
no, it wouldn't make sense, but that would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Hear, oh my
God, it's Brock Lesnar.
But why?
But I like your Seth thing.
Yeah, I think Seth. I'm sticking with Seth.
And it makes sense because he hates Roman, obviously, and he hates Punk.
Yeah.
And I think Seth's going to fight Punk because I think originally that was what it was supposed to be last year.
Yeah, it's definitely
And then Punk got hurt, and then, Seth and Drew, which kicked off the whole Punk and Drew. Mm-hmm. But, so I got OG Bloodline.
I got New Bloodline. I got what are they calling them? I
don't even know.
Oh, I forgot what
it's called. I just call them Solo's Bloodline.
Yeah, that's basically what you can call them. But so I got the New Bloodline. He's got OG.
So how many toss-ups did we end up having? Two.
We had the men's War Games and the Shinsuke versus the Timu Bloodline. That's what we're calling them. But so that's funny. So those are our predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like we said, it's like the other prediction videos, except that we're just talking to you like this, not the 2K thing. And we're gonna do this for every pay-per-view.
We are.
For it. So we might have to do the Saturday Night's Main Event one, which is the next pay-per-view the day before, because I'm going to Saturday Night's Main Event. So we might have to put maybe we'll record it on Friday and put it out on Saturday.
Whatever, man. I'm here.
Yeah, he'll be here, but. I'm going to Saturday Night's Main Event, so that'll be really fun.
Yeah.
But so that's it. Those are our predictions for Survivor Series War Games 2024. I'm really excited for the show.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, and also look out for the podcast episode coming this Monday afternoon, and we'll be talking about all the Survivor Series shenanigans.
Yeah, we're recapping Survivor Series, and we got
on SmackDown and Raw.
Yep.
But mostly Survivor Series. Yeah. So guys, that's it. I'm Frankie.
I'm Chris.
And we are signing out. Peace.